What's up, futures? I'm Destiny. Hi. And I'm coming to you guys today with, of course, the title, being a D1 basketball player and just my experience. I won't be telling my whole entire journey. I actually will be talking about that journey in a podcast/interview with SportsLifeTalk on August 29th at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'll drop that information in the description box. And I also will drop a PowerPoint in the description box for anyone that doesn't just want to, listen to me ramble. I made a PowerPoint and you guys could just look through that. And it just talks about, some of the key components of being a D1 basketball player, and not just D1 basketball players. I'm going to talk about D1, D2, D3, JUCO, NAIA, people who want to continue their journey with the basketball experience, but they're like, oh my God, what's next? And even for the people who are in the journey, and I just feel like I am a big advocate for this because I have been to 4 different schools, y'all. 4 different schools. So yeah, I have my handy Zandy Ideas book here. So if you see me looking down, this is what I'm looking at because this is where all my notes is. So I'm gonna start off with, talking to the recruits. And I would have loved this video for me when I was like 16, 17, 18 years old, because that's when I started to get recruited by schools. It was a lot. I played AAU and, I played high school basketball. I'm not gonna talk much about my journey overall, just the gist of things. Like I said, I'll have a whole interview on it. But just to sum it up, when I was getting recruited, it was a lot and it was overwhelming. And I can say for me personally, I'm gonna be honest, I was influenced by the things around me. So of course I was surrounded by other D1 basketball players, and I had a problem of comparing. I can say that. I had a problem of comparing what schools I was getting compared to my other friends, and as I got older, I had to realize that everybody's journey is different. And as I kept going, I saw dang, everybody's doing this. Everybody's journeys just started to split apart. And that's when I started to just focus on myself and focus on my own journey. So that was one thing that I didn't focus on as when I was younger. When I got recruited, the process was amazing though. You get to go on official visits, you get to go see the schools, you get to meet the coaches, and some of the things that I would say that you would have to look for while you're getting recruited is, what do you want? And I had made a mistake. Not a mistake, because I love my journey, but I wish I could go back and be like, okay, Des, here's the pros, here's the cons. I wanted to, list out some of the things I didn't want in a school and I did want in a school, and not just the school overall, what I wanted out of myself. So yeah, I wish I had this mindset when I was 18, because recruiting wise, when you're going through that process, just think about, okay, where do I want to live? Am I a city girl or do I want to be in the country? Stuff like that I wasn't really paying attention to, because it was always something else I was looking for. And I wish I would have looked for other things like, okay, does this school have my major that I want to do? And then they have my minor. Does this school have some of the clubs I'm interested in for my hobbies that I like to do outside of basketball? Things of that nature. Because, not everybody goes to school and be like, okay, after basketball, I want to keep playing basketball. No. Some people go and use basketball as their backbone, and they're pursuing their academics while they're playing basketball. And I know that I have a couple friends who's in the Ivy League and who's doing that, and who's bringing that black girl magic to the Ivy League and pursuing their dreams at the same time. So I just say for my recruits, figure out what you see yourself doing. What do you envision yourself doing when you get to that school? I know these coaches are gonna try to lure you with a lot of materialistic things, and I talk about that in my PowerPoint. Okay, materialistic things is cool. You want that gear, you want to do the photo shoots, you want to, that's cool. But I never discredit anybody who started from the bottom. And that's why I love the JUCO products. JUCO products, get it out the mud. Don't ever downgrade anybody who started from the bottom. D3, D2, going to D1, everybody's journey is different. Once you're determined and you have that motivation to keep going, your journey is different. So yeah, that's for my recruits. And I just wanted to get to talk about now my girls, well, my women who are currently in the D1 field or D2 or D3, you know, just a women's basketball player overall. And you're in the process right now and you probably feel mentally drained. I can give you that because I have felt mentally drained. I have been to 4 different schools. I have been to Temple University, Binghamton University, South Alabama University, go Jags, graduated. And now I'm on my way to California. I'm going to Loyola Marymount University. And I can say that my mental has been one of the main things that I started to focus on in order to get better on and off the court. And you know, they don't really stress that a lot when you're younger. I don't know if they're doing that now because I'm not getting recruited right now, like in AAU and stuff. But I would say that your mental when you get to college is the most important thing. That is what keeps you going. Your mindset when you're in the process of things, how you think is what you become, literally. Like, okay, for example, say I woke up one day and I had a 6 a.m. I had to work out. And I could either wake up and be like, dang, I got a 6 a.m. Like, I'm so tired. I just want to stay here and sleep. Or I could think about that little girl who was working hard to get here. You know, like I had to change my mindset a lot and be like, okay, you get to get up at 6 a.m. and go work out. There's girls that's dreaming to do this, you know. Your mindset is the main thing. And I really do. I know it's hard. It's things that be happening. You're away from your family and it's new, you know. And it's not, I'm not telling you guys it's easy because it's not easy at all. It's not. But, you know, once you get into the process of you thinking about yourself and your mental health and your well-being and how you want to become as a woman. And you know, if you have that coach behind you who's like, okay, who do you want to be as a woman? Like, what do you want to do? Even if it doesn't pertain to basketball, what do you want to do? And in order to do that, you're right here has to be right, you know? And I'm not saying it's easy. That's why I say seek that therapy. Go to that therapist in school. There's nothing wrong with going to therapy. You can go talk to somebody. You know, go talk to your boyfriend, your girlfriend's on your team. You know, get a journal. You know, find things that you like to do while you're at school so you don't enter that dark hole. Because you know, I've been there where I entered dark hole, and there's different processes to it, and it's different stages and it's different levels to it that makes you just advance to that next level, you know. So yeah, that's my take on the process of being in school. I can say that, okay, I've been to 4 different schools, right? Now you're probably thinking this girl is like narcissistic, she's naive, she's been to 4 different schools. Yes, I had to sit back and self-reflect. You know, I come on Twitter and I come on Instagram and I come on all the social media sites, and you know, people are saying, oh, the NCAA needs to take a look at these coaches. Yeah, they probably do, but players, we need to look within ourselves, you know. Like, sometimes it's us. We're young. We're trying to find ourselves. We're in our teens. We're in our 20s. We're exploring. We're trying to see who we want to be. And if basketball is your outlet and it's your piece, that's where you're going to let your emotions out on that court. You're going to let your emotions out on that court. You're going to let your emotions out through schoolwork. And I know schoolwork is not for everybody, y'all, but it comes with it. And once you put your pride to the side and be like, okay, I got to get this done if I want to hoop. All right? If you want to hoop, you got to get it done. It's no way around it. Like, I had teammates who just thought it was just gonna be easy breezy. I'm not gonna do my work. Girl, how you gonna play today? How is you gonna practice today? Like, be real. Like, it's just being realistic with yourself and also having realistic people around you. You know, it took a lot. I remember at Temple, I had a very great friend who I'm still friends with her till this day. She'll be featured in my PowerPoint. She was the most realest friend, and it took her to get me out my hole because, you know, I was very egotistic. And I can say a lot of my egotistic ways has followed me to multiple schools, and I'm praying, you know, I'm working on it at my 4th school because, you know, I'm still growing. I'm 22 years old, and I just want you guys to know to be patient. It takes time, and once you keep the real ones around you and you keep being real with yourself, the only way is up. I'm telling you. So for this process, you know, don't be scared. If you're gonna come into this scared, maybe it's not for you. If you're gonna come into this thinking I can't do this maybe a little bit, like if you got that one piece of you where you feel like, oh, I probably can't do this, don't do it. That's all I could tell you, for real. But I'm being honest, I have had recreational moments where I felt like I can't do this. I quit. I don't want to do this no more. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna go work. I'm gonna work a 9 to 5 and I'm gonna get my money and I'm gonna do my hair and my nails. But no, I didn't quit on myself because I just saw another vision. You know, I talked to one of my therapists at Temple University, and she was just talking to me about imagination and did I ever picture myself doing something? And that just changed my whole perspective on things, because I started to envision myself doing things before I did it, like small affirmations. And then what's crazy is my next school taught me affirmations. It was like each school taught me something different. And I know a lot of y'all might be like, okay, I'm gonna pick the right school and then I'm gonna stay there and I'm gonna do that. And I salute you. I really do. Everybody's journey is different, you know? But once you have that mindset, and that's what I'm here to talk about a lot, is your mindset as you keep going as a D1 basketball player or a D2 basketball player or a D3 basketball player or even a basketball player in NAIA. It does not matter. If you search up a lot of these hoopers or in the NBA, WNBA, overseas, they're starting from the bottom. You know, you build yourself up. And I know politics comes into a play, money comes into a play, you know, things of that nature. But don't like I said, don't compare your journey to nobody else's journey. That is like my main thing. We are all on a different course, you know? So that's what I'm coming to you guys about. And if you guys have any more questions, you could comment down below, or you could hit me up on my socials. If anything, if I didn't answer some of your questions that I had. Bye y'all. See you next video.